Raphinha'S emotional outburst after the match, which everyone tried to stop. First Hansi Flick, then Ter Stegen. What happened? Today we will tell you everything about these controversial moments and discuss the consequences of the tough match against Betis. Let's go! Barcelona left the match with a sense of disappointment. Real Madrid's loss to Valencia opened up the possibility to end the La Liga game day perfectly. If Barcelona had earned 3 points, they could have approached the Clásico with a chance to mathematically secure the championship in front of their rival. Still tired after the final at the Metropolitano, Barcelona finished the round with an additional point, increasing their lead over the Blancos. And this should be seen positively, as the team played 4 matches in the last 10 days, winning 3 of them. 4 matches with 3 wins and 1 draw. It's not time to be disappointed. I'm positive, said Hansi Flick after the match. Let's be honest with ourselves. If someone had told you yesterday that we would increase our lead at the top from 3 to 4 points this weekend, everyone would have taken it. It's frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. I am more worried about Wednesday now because some of our players look exhausted. This guy is saying enough sensible things to agree with him. Back to the match against Betis. One of the most significant changes brought by Hansi Flick's staff was the focus on player fitness. Substituting Pedri was a sign of Flick's strategic thinking. In the 75th minute, when Betis was already sitting back defensively and far from the team that had caused problems in the first half with the speed of Antony and Cucho Hernandez, Flick decided to substitute Pedri. Hansi didn't want to take any risks. The Canary Islander took a break after playing a full match at the Metropolitano, then played about 100 minutes for the national team, followed by 3 matches: 84 minutes against Osasuna, 87 minutes against Girona, and 90 minutes against Atletico. Substituting Pedri was the right decision before the first quarter-final match of the Champions League against Dortmund. Fermin Lopez almost won the match for us, becoming the most dangerous player in the last 20 minutes. Pedri wasn't the only key player to leave early. We clearly decided that Frankie, Pedri, and Ferran should rest in the second half. It was planned, explained the coach at the press conference. However, one player who didn't get a rest was Jules Koundé. He has now played 100 consecutive matches for both Barcelona and the French national team. This guy is a true machine. Though the loss of points ultimately resulted in an additional point of advantage over the competitor, the Blaugrana showed that accumulated fatigue had taken its toll. The team lacked freshness in the final moments, more clarity, both in the minds and the legs. We have a lot of match pressure and little time to rest, but this should not be an excuse if you want to win trophies. The second half against Atletico was not the best, and today it was also noticeable. We are Barca, and we must win as many matches as possible, commented Pau Cubarsí. Still, everyone in Barcelona agrees on one thing: this round brought more positives than negatives. Plus 1 point lead over Real, and 1 less round to potential championship glory. Only 8 matches left, and now it's time to discuss the calendar. Flick's team is ahead of Real Madrid by 4 points and has a 10-point advantage over Simeone's Atletico, who, however, still has a match in hand. Another key factor will be the goal difference. In La Liga, the main criterion when points are tied is the result in head-to-head matches. And this factor also plays in favor of Pedri, Lewandowski, Lamine, and company. Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid 0-4 at the Santiago Bernabeu, so Blancas would need to win by at least 4 goals at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic to surpass Barcelona. In the opposite case, if the points are equal, Barcelona will be higher. Barcelona also has the advantage in head-to-head meetings with Atletico. Despite the Rojiblancos winning at Montjuic thanks to a late goal from Sorloth, Barcelona responded with a 2-4 victory on the 16th of March. This aspect further strengthens Barcelona's status as favorites. In case of a tie between Real and Atletico, goal difference will be the deciding factor, as both Madrid derbys ended 1-1 in the league. Only 1 direct match remains between the contenders: Barcelona versus Real Madrid in round 35. If Barcelona had won 3 points against Betis, they would have been in an ideal scenario: win all matches before the Clásico plus win the Clásico equals early title. After the draw, the first chance for the championship could come in round 36, provided all other results go as needed. Although it's clear that anything could happen earlier, with many possible scenarios. This season has proven that there are no easy matches. Remember Real's loss to Valencia at the Bernabeu, even though Carburan's team hadn't won a single away match this season. Still, there are dates when favorites will face serious challenges. For example, in round 32, Athletic will visit the Bernabeu fighting for a Champions League spot. Then comes the Clásico in round 35. and Atletico faces Real Sociedad. The Catalan derby won't be an easy stroll for Barca either, especially if Espanyol fights for survival. The last two rounds promise to be incredibly intense. In round 37, Barca will face Villarreal, Atletico meets Betis, and Real will visit the top Sanchez-Pizjuan. The final round, a real explosion. Barca heads to Bilbao to face Atletico visits Girona at Montilivi, and Real wrap up the season at home against Real Sociedad. It's clear, the end of the season is when everyone pushes to the limit. Those with something to fight for, fight with everything they've got. Espanyol pulled off a stunning 4-0 away win over Rayo, Alaves snatched 3 points in Girona, and Valencia shocked the Bernabeu in the dying seconds. Nothing comes easily, it's not a walk in the rose garden. Betis came to Montjuic determined to make life difficult for Barcelona, who opened the scoring with a beautiful goal from Gavi after a brilliant assist by Ferran. And they succeeded. Barcelona tried everything. 5 shots on target, 9 corners, 21 crosses into the box. But goalkeeper Adrián, Bartra, and Nadan kept saving the visitors. Barca's game improved with the introduction of Raphinha and Eric, but Betis surprised after the break. Pellegrini also played for the win, adding Bakambu to take advantage of the opponent's fatigue after the cup match. Barca gave their all but couldn't win. They earned 1 point in a round that initially seemed like it wouldn't change much. The team tried everything we could. We played well and pressed hard, but they were good in defense, Hansi summarized after the match. What's good about this match, we saw the best version of Gavi again, and there's more to come. Like the video if you were impressed by the midfielder's performance too. After the final whistle from Gil Manzano, tension arose due to protests from the Barcelona players, who were outraged by the short added time, just 4 minutes, and the last incident when they demanded a corner that should have been awarded at that time but was never taken. Raphinha in particular was furious at the end. To calm him down, it took Lewandowski, then Hansi and finally Ter Stegen, who all stepped in to guide the Brazilian toward the dressing room. The coach firmly positioned himself between Raphinha and the assistant referee, clearly showing his own frustration with the situation. Ter Stegen took the brunt of it when he placed a hand on Raphinha's chest, trying to keep him from escalating things and risking a sanction. The Brazilian angrily shrugged it off, expressing outrage not at his teammate, but against the referees. Eventually, the true reason for Raphinha's anger came to light. At the end of the match, there was a scene between the Brazilian and the linesman. According to footage recorded by Movistar, Raphinha accused assistant referee Jesus Gil Manzano of inappropriate behavior towards him in the final moments of the game. "You're not going to make me shut up. You have no right to silence me," the Barcelona player said. "You're behaving improperly," he added. Indeed, the trigger for Raphinha was the incident with the linesman. This is clearly visible in the video featuring Flick, but the Brazilian should keep one thing in mind. This may have been his last warning. There will be no more forgiveness. Incidents like this can cost him dearly. Just like similar behavior hurt Vinicius' chances last year, it could now damage his own hopes for the Ballon d'Or. Lately, Raphinha's head seems to be drifting away from football. In March, he gave a controversial interview to Romario, boldly promising to defeat Argentina both on and off the field. Shortly after, Argentina humiliated Brazil with a 4-1 win, and their players spent the match provoking Raphinha. Since then, it feels like he hasn't fully recovered. He hasn't looked as sharp or focused as he was during the club season. Raphinha, come back. We need you. CULES, leave a like if you believe in our victory over Dortmund. Share your thoughts in the comments about the match against Betis and whether we will win La Liga. And of course, subscribe. CULES is the place for real Barcelona fans. Stay with us. Bye.